Hey guys, good evening everyone. It's Angelo Christian Financial. Thank you so much for watching our podcast, Real Estate Insider, where America goes for funding, your nationwide commercial lender, talking about everything with investments, what's going on in the market, the real estate world. Every Thursday we come to you live talking about what's going on in the real estate market, the commercial market, the multifamily market is taking off. It's hotter than ever right now. And we're very excited about what's happening in the commercial world. It's crazy, all the investment activity, everything that we're seeing. It's actually very inspirational. I mean, right now we're seeing a ton of investors and developers. Hey, good evening, Kevin. Thank you so much for watching the channel. We've seen a ton of developers, commercial investors come out to buy rental properties, multifamily, do massive developments. Despite higher interest rates and what's going on with inflation, it's also brought out, I think, a lot more abundance of wealth creation. We're seeing a lot of investors cashing out on properties, looking to invest in the market. So it's quite pleasing to see what's going on, and we're very excited to be a part of it to help. We work with a ton of different investors, developers, entrepreneurs. People looking to buy rental properties, do fix and flips, ground up construction, developments, all different types of things right now in the commercial sector. And the thing is that's so interesting is that during COVID, the commercial real estate market was basically dead. No one wanted to lend on hospitality. Nobody wanted to lend to restaurants. A lot of the big lending, the CMBS market was shut down. So now that whole thing is starting to happen again, and it's very exciting. We're very happy to be involved in it and play a role. And we're seeing all different types of deals right now that are going. And also, what's also encouraging for June, interest rates did trend down a little bit. We saw a huge spike in interest rates in April and May of 2022, and interest rates, they teetered down a little bit in June. Hopefully they'll go down lower. I know we all want lower interest rates. So I'm optimistic that things will improve, things will get better. You just have to keep your fingers crossed and hope that things will keep trending in the right direction. So there's a lot of opportunities right now. And even if rates are slightly higher, there's still a lot of really cool loan programs that you can use. For example, there's 40-year loans now. Interest-only loans, adjustable rate loan products are coming out again, because I think that, we're headed into a higher interest rate market, and you have to be prepared. You have to be ready. When I first started the business, that's all there was adjustable rates and interest-only and ARMs and, a longer amortization loans, and it was to help to keep the payments low, to keep things more affordable. So I think that's a thing again. It's back. It's popular. And so the key thing is knowing when to jump in. And what I always tell people is that you're not going to be able to time the market. You don't know what's going to happen with the economy, with inflation, all these things. But if you find a great investment opportunity, you should go for it and you should invest in it, because there's always going to be great deals that come up. We're seeing a ton of foreclosures, a lot of bank REO properties that you can invest in. And you can make a lot of money. So, and you can add more jobs to the economy, do more good things. And so, my thing is that if you find a great deal and you want to invest in it, we have some great fix and flip programs for investors, for multifamily, and for single family and multifamily. We were working on a deal today in Oklahoma, and it was 120 units for $6 million that needed $2 million in rehab, and the ARV was $13 million. I love doing those deals like that, big bridge loans to help investors to grow their portfolio. Think about when that property is fixed up, it's going to be worth $13 million, and he's buying it for $8 million. He's going to have $5 million of equity, and he can either refinance and take that equity out. He could sell the property. There's so much that you can do, and I think that's a very exciting market right now, is the multifamily bridge market. You can do a lot with that. And you can grow and expand your wealth. You can work through a syndication or individuals, but that's a phenomenal area if you're looking to create mailbox money. Think about on 120 units, if the average rent is $1,400 a month, that's going to be gross rents are going to be about $180,000 a month of gross rental income. And if you have a cap rate, let's just say of 8%, right, on 13 million, you're going to have an NOI of like over $1.1 million. So it's very strong, to consider. And then the other thing is, what's so great about multifamily investing is you can write off the depreciation. You have a long-term appreciating asset, so it's a great investment vehicle for the long term to build your wealth. So if you're looking to grow and build your wealth, multifamily is a phenomenal vehicle to do that. And sometimes you can find great deals that just need a little bit of TLC. They need to be fixed up. They need rehab. We have awesome bridge loans to help investors out there to get the funding, like we did with our client in Oklahoma today. So, and we do those all over. We also do ground up construction. We're one of the only companies that can help to get the debt and the equity for ground up construction. We helped one of our clients today in California secure $117 million single family and multifamily ground up construction loan. So, it was a huge development, 423 units. Love to start with a single unit for Airbnb. Yeah, Airbnb. Yes, absolutely. South Florida, very hot for Airbnb and VRBO. We're doing a ton of multifamily and single family investors for Airbnb. It's funny, I did a video on that, like, I want to say maybe a month ago. And one of the things that we're seeing a lot of investors, what they're doing is they're getting out of long-term rentals and they're converting over to short-term rentals because they're seeing a huge surge in their, obviously in their cash flow. Because, for example, let's just look at, doing an Airbnb. If the property is worth $500,000 and you lease it out long-term for $4,000 a month, you can Airbnb that and you can probably make, $1,000 a night, depending on the property. Now, I know that there's a lot of things that are involved with this, but realistically, what we're seeing is that people that are doing short-term rentals are usually 2xing their long-term rental income. Now, there are certain things that obviously come to play with that is location, destination, demand, timing, season, all these things. And those are things that you have to do your research on to make sure that if that property makes sense, like you mentioned, maybe East Florida, South Florida, it's a destination area possibly. And if it's a beach house or whatever, it's by Disney, whatever it is, make sure that it makes sense to invest in that project. Okay, because if you're trying to do, short-term rentals like Airbnb, it can be very profitable, and you can have, you can't be, the thing is that you have to understand private lending and why it's here, why there's a place for it. So the deal is with private lending, 1 hour. So is that like Port Canaveral or something like that? Probably somewhere East Florida, maybe Daytona or Port Canaveral, or Cocoa Beach. So the thing that with private lending, what you have to understand the power of it is you're only using private lending, bridge loan for the acquisition of the property. Okay. So you're not, for example, let's just say, for example, what we typically see every day, why somebody would use a private loan. Number one, to close fast. Okay. The other thing is the property either needs rehab, maybe something's not right with your financials, whatever those reasons are, where a bank's not going to approve your loan. Okay. But let's say you identify a great property that has tremendous long-term intrinsic value. Okay. So if you find a property like that, just an example, let's say you find a property in Cocoa Beach and it has a perceived value of $500,000 and it's for sale for $300,000 and it needs $60,000 of repair. Now usually a bank doesn't want to finance a property that needs repair, number one. And then the second thing is, let's say that maybe your credit's not, perfect right now. Okay, but you have some funds to put down. Well, the hard money loan, the cool thing about it is you can purchase the property, okay, and you're gonna pay a higher rate because there's higher risk to the lender. You're gonna pay at least 9 to 12% interest, and your closing costs are gonna probably be 3 to 5%. But they're gonna finance that deal, close fast, and that's a key thing right now is closing fast, and then give you the rehab money to fix it. So you bought the property, then they're gonna give you the rehab money to fix it. And then you can quickly refinance, later on once the property has been repaired and it's worth $500,000 now. You can refinance it and you can take that loan because you only owed, $360 minus your 20% down. You only owed, $290, and the property is worth $500,000. You have all this, equity in the property. So you bought this property and you have, $200,000 of equity. You can refinance that. Take that cash out and go to a low rate long-term loan. Okay, so you're only using the private loan for a short amount of time. You're not staying on that loan for, usually 6 months is the max, maybe a year. You're not staying on that loan for 30 years. Okay, you'll move the loan to a different product once the property is stabilized. So understanding how that it works. And then you're not going to be scared to use private lending because it makes sense why you're doing it. So, and we have all different types of programs that we work with lenders all over that offer private lending. So, you can always reach out to us, call or text us at 832-431-633, and we'd love to help you. Got a lot of different private. Usually, though, I will tell you, for private loans like fix and flip, you have to have a lot of experience. To get those type of loans. They're usually not made to first-time investors. If they are, you're going to have to put a big down payment, like 25% down, okay? Because there's a lot of risk to the lender that you might be going to default because you don't have the experience. So usually those loans are made to experienced investors. Just want to make sure that you're aware of that because there are some lenders that do it for first-time investors, but you're going to pay a premium with a down payment to reduce their risk, which is understandable. So anyway, that's what's really hot right now is multifamily. Airbnb is very hot. We can help you with financing those type of projects and those type of packages. We'd love to work with you. You can always reach out to us. You can call or text us at 832-431-633. We have abundance of loan programs to help you. We produce a lot of content on our show and our channel. You can go to our YouTube, which is Angelo Christian, Instagram official Angelo Christian, our website official Angelo Christian. Please reach out to us. We'd love to help you and work with you to secure the funding, help you to get finance for those loan packages. Let us know what we can do to help you. Call or text our office at 832-431-633, and if we can help you with any type of commercial investor loans, that's why we're here. So please reach out to us, call or text us. We'll see you guys next Thursday at 6 p.m. Central. Thank you so much for watching Angelo Christian. You'll have a great week. Take care and peace out.